Hi, chat.
Hi.
I'm in the fires of hell, chat.
Okay.
For I am all powerful.
I'll open your stream to check.
Don't worry, Claire. I didn't mean you.
That might be a problem then.
I think we're hearable, but I don't know if you are, Nikami. That's extremely funny, actually.
Oh, that's Paul's stream. What? Oh, there's Naka.
Hi, chat.
Naka, speak for me real quick.
Speak for me.
Well, no, guys, it doesn't matter that we can hear. It matters if chat can hear. So Nikami needs to check her audio settings.
Oh yeah, we. Oh yeah, we can't hear. They can't hear you on stream.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Ah shit. Here we go again. It's not weird. It's just different.
Yeah, I did that ahead of time. I figured the message background music for the whole thing, really.
But that's what my baby said.
I'll be back.
I think
See you later. How about that?
Shit. That was a Wallace and Gromit reference.
That's some
Chicken
boomerism.
Pikachu. Wow.
Damn. A Nikami stream without Nikami. Let's go, chat. Awesome.
Oh, heal the Boka.
Naka, stop
No.
saying slurs. No,
Bro, okay, yeah, don't make that joke. Don't make that joke.
What joke?
Whoever just said something slurs, don't make that joke on people. Don't do that. Okay.
Da-da-da-da. Brandon.
Yeah. Or chat. Poor lonely chat.
All right. Oh, I think I got it working. The bars are moving. Welcome,
as well.
chats. Welcome.
Let's
Welcome
go.
to me,
Nikami's
chat.
here.
I mean, I've been here. No one could hear me except you guys, though.
Damn.
Welcome to the first episode of Virtual Talk.
Yeah.
I have been planning Virtual Talk for like 6 months. And it's so hard to get everything ready. So,
Couldn't move
first episode time. And this is our game in wow. Year in review of gaming episode. So, welcome.
Hi.
Look at all the
Oh.
things we're gonna talk about, chat.
Yes,
Oh,
up in the
God.
corner is the list we are using to talk about the games that have come out this year and give our opinions on some of them. I'll be leading this, but if there's a game you guys want to highlight as I go through, and I'm not saying anything about it, feel free to jump in. There's gonna be lots of them that I just know nothing about, so I'm gonna skip them. So
The ones I know about, so far I mostly have like negative takes. So we'll see how it goes.
There's one filler
That's
on top
fine.
of the list that I like.
So, why don't we get into the list? I know that Spore Rose is. Oh, I should introduce everyone. So, Spore Rose stepped out for the moment, but Spore Rose is here using VNet with me, so we can have both our models here. Then you have Suneater in
Yo.
PNG form.
Hell
Then you
yeah.
have Game also in PNG form.
Hello.
And you have Boca the Dragon, also currently in PNG form.
Rude.
Hey. It's not rude. It's true.
Super rude, dude.
So, let's get started. January. We saw a lot of things in January. One thing I'm pretty sure Boca wants to talk about is probably One Piece Odyssey.
It was
I
good.
have not had a chance to play, but I'm also not a huge One Piece fan, so
I will drag you through the One Piece wilderness.
I've gotten 60-ish episodes in, I think.
So you're close to the Grand Line.
I have no idea. It's been a while now.
Yeah, I
I
think they
keep
go to the
finding
Grand Line.
other things to take up my time. So, but I heard One Piece Odyssey was pretty good. I haven't played
Oh,
it.
very good.
Oh, yeah.
But
Pretty good for an anime adaptation game.
there was also a Dragon Ball Z game that came out right before
Yeah.
that. But
No,
I know
that
nothing
one,
about that one either.
I know about that one. It was actually, that game didn't come out this year. It was DLC for that game. It was a
Oh.
game exclusive story about Goku's dad, which was pretty fun.
All right. Sometimes on this list, it's a little hard to tell if they're a DLC.
Yeah.
Probably the next thing up that I notice is Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable. Which
Golden was
I
got
haven't
their
played.
wide releases. Or rather,
I haven't played it.
re-releases, I guess.
Sadly, I haven't got a chance to play any Persona game.
Yeah, they
I
released
was-
Golden and P3P, which are like the better versions of both their games.
Yeah. I was playing through Persona 3 Portable when it came out early this year, but then they hinted that they were having the new Persona 3 remake, and all of my desire to play the old one went away.
Damn. Sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I had just finished playing Persona 5 last year, Royale, that is. Going back to, Persona 3 Portable was a little painful.
Yeah.
But
All we
the
need next
enhanced
is
version, though, is supposed to be using the same engine as Persona 5. So I'm
What
expecting
engine's
good
that?
things. They haven't generally let me down, so. Next up, Fire Emblem Engage, which I heard very mixed things about.
Okay, I'm a Fire Emblem hater, so my opinion is strong. But
So your opinion
but-
is not valid.
But listen. Engage is based because they literally just said, here, you can marry them now. Congratulations,
Oh, it's
Fire
not
Emblem
good.
fans. You get your visual novel finally. However, on the flip side of that,
Hey, Raza.
just Japan. Just doing Japan things. And that's all I'm gonna say on that on a public platform. But yeah, just Japan does Japan things. All over Fire Emblem. And it's like, guys, please.
Fire
Tone it
Emblem
down.
is exclusively on Switch, and I don't have a
Yeah.
Switch, so
It's not that
that's
great.
about all I can say.
Yeah.
When I saw the game earlier this year, I saw a lot of people enjoying it.
I heard some people say they liked it, some really didn't. It was very debated at one point.
Though, to be fair, the people I saw playing were playing just the early game, and it might have fallen off later on.
It was not good.
Back. Sorry.
And but in
Welcome
terms
back.
of Fire Emblem games, they've gone downhill ever since Three Houses. Because for whatever reason, they seem to think, oh, let's just ride the hype that is Three Houses. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I
You're
want to
losing
ask,
some of
what
your
did I miss?
your main
We talked about the first couple of games, mostly One Piece Odyssey, Persona 4, and 3 re-releases. Then we got
okay.
to Fire Emblem Engage, which is the current topic.
Okay, I can't really comment on that then, so... Yeah.
Neither can I, but there are
Okay.
definitely opinions here.
it was subpar.
So,
I'll leave it at that.
yeah.
I wish they would go back to Path of Radiance storyline, or at least bring back that type of the
I don't know.
word for it.
I
Strategy.
did watch some playthrough of Three Houses, and I kind of was tempted to play it if I ever had a
Three
Switch,
Houses is good.
but,
It was good.
then next up, we have Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was originally only on Switch, then it came to everything else afterwards.
Yes.
Rise was fun. Rise was decent. I'm not really a Monster Hunter guy, but I played it a bit. It was a good time.
I believe that was the Monster Hunter one that was more of an RPG.
Yeah. It had actual writing.
Yeah.
No, that World
Why
had
do-
actual more
why do you
writing,
want
but
that?
then the other one had actual more writing.
It was one of the games I was seriously looking at playing. I never managed to get a copy, though. So
What game?
I didn't end up playing it. Monster Hunter Rise.
Rise is pretty good.
Uh, On that
If you ever
note,
get Game Pass, it's still on. I believe it's still on there.
I had Game Pass at one time, but I can't afford it at the moment.
Okay.
Uh, next up is Forspoken, which got a lot of hate. Got a lot of hate.
Yeah.
That
Nope.
was the saddest.
Okay.
I
Here's the
can't.
thing. Was the dialogue of that game cringe-ish? Kind of, yeah. But was it also accurate to the age group of the character it was representing? Also, yeah, kind of. Like,
No, she wasn't near my age. There's no way.
no. Boca, I'm saying of the age group it represented, which was like between millennials and like Zoomer, like that kind of like general vibe.
I am actually
Like,
insulted. I'm a millennial. Frick you.
yeah, and you act like a child. What's your point? Anyway, what I'm saying is like, yeah, the dialogue was like cringe in a vacuum, but like
Was
contextually, it makes sense for it to be kind of cringe how it was. Because I feel like a lot of the hate from it too, kind of just came from like gamer bros being not subtly sexist / racist about it.
No, it
Which
was
like was
badly
a
made.
pile-on of things. Like, the game
It had
wasn't
some
good. I'm not saying that.
performance issues too.
Like
I
the game
believe.
was not
It had
good,
nothing to do with that.
but,
It was just very bad. And then they tried to claim that it had open world. And then when people tried to play it in an
Yeah.
open world style,
it
the
did.
game would be like, "Oh, you went too far," and it teleports you back.
Like, my thing is like, yeah, the game was kind of a flop, but I feel like it got like a lot more hate than it actually deserved from like things that weren't actually issues. Like Last of Us 2 as a game was fine, but it got a lot of hate for stupid issues.
It got bodied by a game that was announced and
crap
released at
because
the
of
exact
its
same time.
story.
That was also on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And then it bought out the Game
hey,
Awards.
I just noticed
so that it
Hi-Fi Rush
looked
came out the
good.
day after it too. That's hilarious.
Sorry?
I just noticed from this list that Hi-Fi Rush came out the day after it, which is very funny.
Where's this list, by the way?
Oh,
It's
it's linked in the Discord channel. But
Where?
yes, in fact,
I mentioned you in it. Reply to it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, found it.
Last of Us 2, it was not a good game.
Last
Mostly
of Us
due
2
to
was
the
a
fact
great
that it
game.
was. No, it wasn't. Gameplay wise, it was pretty good. Story wise, the crappiest story I've read.
Okay, no,
What
no,
kind of
no.
game
I
goes
okay.
into its story to ruin its previous game's story?
Look,
since it
look.
didn't come out this year, I
Oh
don't think that should be on our agenda.
No, we're not even talking about that.
Anyway,
So let's go on to Hi-Fi Rush.
yeah.
Speaking of games that bodied, was it Forspoken? I don't even remember the name of that now.
Yeah. Hi-Fi Rush, pretty cool.
Amazing.
Pretty neat. Rhythm game, beat 'em up adventure game with a lot of free playability to it. Well, a decent amount of replayability to it. Like, hell yeah.
Very well
It
made.
looked cool. I never
Gave
played
a promise,
because
succeeded
I'm
in that
not
promise.
good at rhythm games. So,
Me neither.
which is ironic since I was in band when I was in high school and even middle school, and so I can play an instrument, but I cannot for the life of me play a rhythm game.
Nice. More instrument?
More experienced than most of us then.
I played the trumpet, so
I'll say.
I mean that'll help you out. That'll help you out with Trombone Hero.
maybe.
I
I'm
think
not sure
it's
about that one.
Called that.
Ironically, I was also fairly good at the drums. I never really touched anything except a snare drum, but I was good at that.
Finally, that'll help with on Fortnite Festival then.
I couldn't say. But I am incapable of playing games like Hi-Fi Rush. So,
Oh yeah, because you
That's-
get like motion sick or whatever.
well, no. It just I can't seem to do them. It just doesn't work for me. I try. the last rhythm game I could sort of play was like DDR on like easy.
Got you.
In fact, somewhere in my basement, I still have a DDR mat. So, but I think that's probably it for Hi-Fi Rush.
Yep.
Most people tended to
Yeah.
like it. Then we
Would have been
have.
cool if you could. I was
What
just gonna
that?
say, I was gonna say it would have been cool if like you could change what type of instrument you were using, but I get why they made it just a guitar.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was it.
all right. Then let's go on. Dead Space remake. I heard very good things about that.
That was
I heard the
actually well
remake is
done.
good. But
It was
I
well
also
done.
don't care about
I've
Dead
never
Space.
played it, so I can't say really. I really
I
should
didn't play
though.
it either.
It's like $8 on Game Pass. Well, if you have Game Pass right now, well, to keep it, all that stuff.
Oop. Let me scroll things down a little bit. But yeah. I never played it either. I didn't even play the original. Sadly. I'm not, well, I'm not usually scared by horror games, but I don't like the body horror cringe stuff. It gets to me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
same.
Yeah.
Like, I remember a scene where you, like, stick a needle in your eye in Dead Space, and I can't do that. I have enough
Yeah.
problems with the, like, Tadpole in BG3.
All this game. Yeah.
Yep.
So, yes, not for me.
That's fair.
All right, that
Fair
finishes January out.
Oh, no, wait, there is one game I want to talk about in January. SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake.
Fuck
Best game.
yes.
It should have won Game of the
Yes.
No.
Fuck yes.
Year. It was stolen Game of the Year.
Damn.
No, I'm just kidding.
Y'all have opinions.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all have opinions.
I'm
So-
not kidding.
February. I remember Deliver Us Mars coming out. I don't remember anything else.
No idea about it. Don't really care.
Yeah, it was a little bit buggy. I remember.
If I remember,
It looked really nice. It's one of those adventure style games. It had RTX, but like, you were going around like you were like Lara Croft, except on Mars, finding out like this whole mystery.
Yeah. What else was in? Oh, hey. The Pathless was cool.
I never saw that, so
I
I've
forget.
never heard about it.
I remember that it was cool. I forget what it was though. Let me double check what this game was. Oh yeah, it's this. It's a cute little like game where you kind of like run around. It's like very much like speed based kind of. It's like a game kind of like the Journey or like Abzu, with like a little bit
Oh, I
more
love Journey.
actual like action gameplay. But it's like you just go really fast and it's really cool.
We have Sonic out.
It's no, but like, okay, I just enjoy speed games. Like if 3D Sonic games were good and had rails that worked and mechanics that worked, that'd be great. But otherwise, we have other things. Like Sonic at Home is just better Sonic most of the time, guys.
all right. Well, now for some real discussion. Hogwarts Legacy.
Skip the
Fuck
turf
that
game.
shit.
Jinx.
It was actually pretty good.
I I played
Did we
it.
mostly skip
From
the
what
same
from what I
game?
saw and what I
Yeah.
heard, it was well made. Maybe not like
It was
they probably could have
not
done
nearly
more
as
for the
bad
replayability though.
as like the hate against it.
Okay, see, the hate against it though isn't an issue of the gameplay itself. The hate of it is because it's Harry Potter and because J.K. Rowling can really
J.K.
kind
Rowling's
of
a bitch.
Anyway,
Let's leave politics out.
that's okay. Anyway, what else?
I just wanted to be a wizard for a little bit. That's all.
That's fair.
I mean, based.
I'm
Metroid
not
Prime
really a
Remake.
Hogwarts person. I didn't
Wait,
grow
there
up
was
with
a
the
Metroid
books.
Prime
but-
remaster?
Although I do like wonder why they didn't like expand
Yes.
more on the. From what I understand, they didn't really expand enough on the castle itself.
I mean, it was already too big in a lot of cases. There's a lot of castle. I
But
kept
like
getting
what I mean is
lost.
like they didn't do a lot of what original Harry Potter's did.
I mean, it was set before any of the movies ever occurred. So
That's what I'm saying. Like though, but like make some of those rooms like fill them. You know,
I mean, most
let you do like little quests for
most
people.
had a
What do you do? Like
purpose, but they didn't really have quests per se.
yeah, see, like
They did.
that's what all
Well,
the
not
other ones.
like each room. I mean, there were like things to do in most rooms.
And then, like,
but
correct me if I'm wrong, they didn't do the chocolate frogs or the berry the
the chocolate frogs made an appearance. There's a candy store in town.
but you don't collect the cards and you
But
don't
yes, you don't collect the cards.
do the jelly bean roundup stuff.
The Lego Harry Potter games were infinitely better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would have to say they were.
That's
they at
because
least
the Lego
expanded
games
on-
in general are just really fucking good.
Somehow.
Like the very
Like, no,
the
the
very
chat,
first
like,
Lego Batman game.
unironically,
Yeah,
play
you
any
put
Lego
the-
game. They're really good.
Give me a
I
second.
mean, people have even been saying good things about the new.
thank you for the
Fortnite
follow,
Lego
Alistair.
mode.
Welcome to the stream.
So-
Yes,
Okay,
yes, that's fun.
apparently Fortnite made Rock Band also again, kind of
Yes.
somehow.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yes. We
And Rock.
now live in the world where Fortnite is a battle royale, a PvE horde mode kind of survival game, a Lego Minecraft-esque game, a racing
Mario Kart, you
game,
can't get-
and soon Rock Band because you
No,
that's gonna
Rock
Yeah,
Rock Band's out.
No, wait. I'm saying soon Rock Band, as apparently I'm not sure if you heard of PDP, the accessory, well, the peripheral company or whatever it is, but they're making guitars that you can actually use with the game.
People have already been doing that. I've seen stuff about on TikTok and like YouTube and stuff.
That's always been a
Okay,
thing.
okay, official
I
then.
think they support the original Rock Band accessories. So
Oh,
Ah.
I thought support for that was coming in later on when these official guitars are supposed to be coming out.
I believe it's because they own the Rock Band company, the one that made them.
Harmonix.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I heard, I don't play Fortnite, so I have
Cringe.
no real idea, but I have seen people talk about it, and they were talking about how all the old harmonic stuff was supported. So,
Oh, it's already supported. Then okay, that's a surprise. Yeah, I knew support was coming, but I didn't know it was already in the game.
yeah.
Huh. Nice.
Yeah.
So back to
I like-
February. We have Returnal coming out to PC.
Returnal was cool.
I am not really the bullet hell type, but Returnal had an interesting concept.
Okay,
I
mean, I
didn't
know it's
play
kind of a
much
bullet hell.
of it, but I can say it did seem pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people liked it. I mean, whether it was on PS5 or PC, but PC was definitely more available since, well, for a long time there, we had pretty limited access to PS5s. That sort of stopped being a thing this year, but I think it wasn't for maybe until like March when you could start buying PS5s without having to be on some sort of list or going to a local store. So, let's see what else we got.
Tomb Raider? Oh no, wait.
Probably the next
that's
big
not.
one was Atomic Heart.
Yeah.
Wasn't that game
That was
like
actually...
Wasn't that like the weird like Russian aesthetic looking BioShock game?
Yeah.
But like it was also just really like not interesting at all.
Yes, with the twin robots, which everyone...
that's what it was. It was vapid, weird sex bullshit. That's what it was. Thank you.
Remember when people were crying because like the rumor about a 12-hour sex scene wasn't a thing?
Huh.
Wait, people are dumb. Holy shit.
I've actually got a funny story relating to Atomic Heart, if you guys want to hear me out.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so... Okay, so I'm on the creative program for Deep Silver, right? Like, and PlayOn works with both that and the developer for Atomic Heart, or publisher at least. And yeah, and around the time that I was being sent the Game Informer magazine for Dead Island 2, at the same day, like I think this was before I got the magazine in the mail, but I had gotten a box of Atomic Heart's pre-order posters and art cards. Yeah. So I was basically sent that by complete accident. So it was actually supposed to go to Focus Entertainment in France, but somehow it wound up to me.
Well,
Cool.
you know, free stuff just randomly showing up.
I did get in touch about it, and because I never really heard much back after that, I just assumed from that point on that okay, like it's just mine. I don't have to worry about having it sent to France then.
Yeah, I mean there was no way they were gonna make you send it to France.
it's just the funniest accident.
Yeah.
In fact, that's actually the reason I decided to check out the game when I had a Game Pass.
Yeah, personally, I never got around to playing it. Not opposed to it, but there were some definite weird bits of the story that didn't really appeal to me, so was not a big one that I was looking for. Let's go down further. I think the next thing that I really was interested in was Octopath Traveler 2.
Well, yeah.
I have not played that one on
I
stream.
haven't either, but I think I have it.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what we're
remember if
skipping
I have
here.
1 or 2. I know I have 1. Let me put
What
it that way,
about?
but...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's on my wish list. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what
I
we're
will
skipping
say,
here. 'Cause-
we skipped. I want to bring us back to Digimon World Next Order.
We just skipped Horizon of the Mountain.
I mean, I skipped
Yeah.
To say
all the
what I
VR
want to say
games,
about that game.
but
Why would you make a
was the
Digimon
launch
game
of
that
PSVR
went away
2.
from the premise everyone started liking? Like, from what I understand, it forces you into the bad ending.
oh yes.
Like, why? Like, you wanted replayability. Use the last game's, like, leveling system that everyone loved, and then make the story
No,
be
I think
choosable.
you're
Don't
thinking
lock
of
people into the bad ending.
Survive.
Yeah, I'm saying go back to. Oh, is it not Survive?
Yeah, Survive is the one that forces you to the bad ending the first time you play it,
Oh, I'm
Oh,
getting
I
wrong.
already
which was
heard about that.
actually the year before. Next Order actually has a pretty positive rating.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got them mixed up.
I have Steam open, so I can double check. But yeah, in fact, Next Order looks a lot like a Pokemon game. I mean, really, it does. So
Isn't the next one the one I'm thinking of where they used Digimon World 1 mechanic? Or am I just misremembering that?
I don't know enough about Next Order to say much. All I can see is the video. So. So, I wasn't going to talk about it, but, Sun Eater, did you want to talk about the Horizon VR game?
Oh no, sorry.
Oh,
I didn't know it was the VR game. I thought it was a different one. I think
Yes,
I
it
think
was
I'm
the VR
thinking
game.
about middleware.
sorry, someone had, sorry to mention, but someone had to drop out.
This is what I was about to say. Oh,
Yes,
this
game had to leave. Sadly.
I got the right Digimon now. The thing I hated that I don't know why didn't get more pushback is the death rebirth mechanic. That was never even a thing in any Digimon. Unless you like lost your Digimon in like a really savage battle or something.
I have not
Isn't that how
played
Persona-
too many Digimon.
So why did they do
But
I think that's a mechanic they shouldn't bring back if they continue this.
Isn't that how a Persona does their level and their system?
No. Here's the thing with Digimon. It's already a grindy game. Let's not double the grind. And in this case, it was actually like quadruple the grind because your Digimon had timelines. Like, you had a time period where you got that Digimon. And it would just faint randomly. Be like, oh, you got an egg now. Time to start training again.
I don't really know about Digimon, so I'm just gonna not say a thing.
I
I've
really
only
played
played,
Cyber Sleuth, which was pretty good.
Same.
But
Yeah.
but yeah. Otherwise, Octopath Traveler 2, which we talked about. Oh, so really bad releases. Kerbal Space Program 2.
I forgot they even came out.
It's in early access, but it appears on this list because apparently they released the first version of it in February.
We're back.
It was not good from what I've heard.
What you're saying about it, I can tell.
Yeah, even its Steam rating is still mixed, though currently it's very positive. So, but yeah, I haven't seen too much talk of it lately.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know too much about the current state of the game, but it is in early access. I was a fan of the original Kerbal Space Program, so not that I was very good about flying around in rockets, but
Yeah, you have to literally know rocket science to do rocket
mean-
science.
I used a really nice little plugin, which would calculate your course for you and like act as an actual like autopilot
Oh, that's
to do
good.
like turns at the right time and stuff. It really helped out playing the original. I don't think the second one has any of that in yet, so we'll have to see. But I do like my space games.
Yeah.
Though taking 6 hours to fly to Pluto, or, Kerbal Pluto, is hard. Hard, yes.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Like real world 6 hours.
Yes. I mean, when I played the first one, you could literally take most of a day to, like, move somewhere else in the system.
Damn.
In fact, sometimes you just let it fly, and you'd go back to the base and make something else while you're waiting for it to get there. Because,
Oh, that's
you
cool.
know, usually you're not adjusting, like, your spacecraft terribly much. So, like, when you go to slow down to get into, like, orbits, that is a time that, you're gonna take control. But most of the time, you're just sort of free-falling through the solar system, which takes time, and you can speed up time. But it used to break the game sometimes, so you couldn't go too high.
Right.
But yeah, whole days to get to other planets. All right, I think that is pretty much it for
February.
February.
I think so. Nothing I can think. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah,
Let's
I've got
see.
nothing else to say about February, really.
I'm looking at March.
March was a pretty dead month. I can't remember anything that came out in March.
I mean, supposedly Valheim got its final release, or rather, active release. However you want to put that. So, I mean, that's
I
something.
don't know about Valheim having its final release, but it did come out on Xbox around the time.
Yeah, I think that
I
might
believe
be
it-
the Xbox version, actually.
Yeah.
Something for me, though I haven't played it yet, is Legend of Heroes Trails of Azure, which came out in March.
Don't put a peppermint brownie inside the microwave
Wow.
for more than 10 seconds because they melt.
Brownies!
Okay, you need to share with these things.
You talk about food, you've got to share food.
Did you bring
Well-
enough to share with the class?
Do you want melted brownie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you not?
I thought I
Yeah,
was the only one that liked melted brownie.
Brownies.
Brownie's the best one, the ooey gooey. What do you mean?
No, I mean like melted.
Don't care. Shove it down my mouth.
I haven't had brownies in a
okay.
while. Though I did have some apple pie the other night.
Oh, nice.
That was
Yummy,
good.
yummy.
Where we at?
Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure.
We're in March
They're
now.
still making them. Obviously, they're still good. That's all I have to say
I
about
mean,
that.
Legend of Heroes are great games. The series has been very good to me. The only reason I haven't started on the third, Trails of Cold Steel, is because they started cutting back on the voice acting. And having to read out all the lines on stream just tears my voice apart. So,
Genshin players be like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's a reason I haven't. Well, there's several reasons I haven't streamed any Genshin. That was one. Well, I mean, it's on my channel. I did used to stream it at one point. But
I only really stream it for the free promos I get from it. Yay for the creative thing. Okay.
otherwise, Atelier Ryza 3 came out. Or at least Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key. Which I don't think
I
was
still
a
mean to put it
DLC. I
on.
think that was
Wait,
the first.
did you just
full
skip
one.
Remnant?
Remnant of the Ashes? From the Ashes? Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause that was the Switch release.
Ah, okay.
Atelier Ryza is a great series. I still need to play the first and the second one. I haven't finished either. I played the first one a long time ago, and we never finished.
The Resident Evil 4 remake came out too,
Yeah.
Did I?
and
miss
that was
that?
pretty
Oh.
good.
No, it was right
Sorry
before
about
the one I'm looking at. I forgot. I have actually played very little Resident Evil, so
And before
I-
anyone
I-
says
just
that we're
played that.
skipping over The Last of Us Part 2, because that's the 6th time they've released that, please show something else with show and tell next time.
I mean, Last of Us Part 1, I was gonna mention briefly.
That's its mention right there.
because of its infamous botched PC launch.
I mean, mostly performance issues. My PC can probably actually run it okay. But people were definitely having some performance issues.
Especially on the Steam Deck, where it was supposedly verified.
The Resident Evil 2 remake was pretty fun.
I have
That's
heard
the
nothing but
game
good
I've
things
played.
about Dredge, by the way. I do plan on
Food?
playing that game.
I know nothing about it. So,
Apparently it's that type of fishing game.
I've basically played nothing on this on this list for March.
I don't know how well it was received because I haven't been able to get it. But Mega Man Battle Network Collection, Legacy Collection, oh my god. You brought back so many good games there. And from what I understand, it was good port.
We live in a weird time when Capcom's actually acknowledging Mega Man. Given that if you go back 10 years, they didn't want nothing to do with him unless it was making him a joke character in a fighting game.
well, I am gonna bring up a couple of things in April. Since Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection is in April. I've played a lot of Everspace 2. I don't think I finished it. I meant to, and we got distracted by other stuff. But, yes, fun spaceships with guns. Lots of guns.
Oh, because we go back a little bit to Meet Your Maker. I got that when it first came out. It's actually really fun.
Yeah.
Just going around exploring like a PvE, but also PV. It's indirect PvP game, and it's actually really fucking fun. Frustrating
I know
but fun.
nothing about it.
So you're in this post-apocalyptic world,
Oh, I
And,
think I
you-
remember this one now.
and you can make your
You
own
make
dungeon.
towers.
You
I
can,
think
yeah,
they
you can make your own
called them
dungeon. People,
towers.
I think so. And like, I didn't really make mine very well, but like exploring other people's like and dying all the time and I getting frustrated, but learning every little detail about a dungeon, it's like it's so much fun.
I don't know. It would probably annoy me, but then I'd probably spend most of my time building. So I do like my
Fair.
building games.
Yeah, we can tell from Starfield. There you go.
I mean, that's well, yes, building my ship over and over again, sometimes every stream. I'm still running with that save, by the way. I just haven't had a chance to play in a while.
Nice.
So I've redesigned the ship several more times. Ghostwire Tokyo was also in there. Though I think it got an earlier release the year before.
Yeah, because it was originally made as a PS5 exclusive, well, before Bethesda was bought out by Microsoft, and
Yeah.
I remember hearing that very good. Sorry.
Then go a year later, and it's now on Xbox due to the exclusivity thing being finished.
Yes. Still kind of a decent game if you get into the concept from what I know. But that is all I know. I never played it. The first big one for this month, I think, was Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores.
Wasn't that the DLC? Or am I thinking of something else?
Yeah, Burning Shores, I think, was a DLC. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a PS5. I have not been able to play it. In a year or two, I'm sure they'll come out with it on PC. And then I can finally play it. I think they announced it even, that it was coming to PC.
They already announced it, I believe.
Yeah, it's just not out. So. Actually, does it... Let me check.
Yeah, they already announced it's coming to PC next year. Well, early next year, to be exact.
Planned for 2024 sometime. Officially. That's all I can find.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to it once it comes to PC. It didn't fare very well when it came out on PS5, mostly because I think it launched like the same month as whatchamacallit?
Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
No, that was not the one I was thinking of. The From Software game. My mind is blanking.
Oh, Elden Ring.
Yes.
Okay. So, we thought you were on about the DLC.
No.
Yeah.
Elden Ring?
Yeah, but that's why Horizon Forbidden West didn't do terribly great numbers. Because it came out.
I'm sorry, it went up
before
against the behemoth that was His Majesty Elden Ring.
Yeah. It's one of those games where if you're in the same release month as it, if you're in the same release month as it, then they say, good luck or run for your fucking life.
Yeah,
More like a give up.
Like a week apart. So, everyone played a little bit of Horizon and then went to Elden Ring. I don't think very many streamers even finished playing it. Personally, I didn't play either yet, So I'm a rare exception. I don't even remember what I
haven't
was
played Elden
playing
Ring
when it
yet?
came out. No. I haven't liked the
Naka?
previous games. So
Naka. You give me your graphics card because you're obviously not using it.
I use it
Or give
plenty.
Or give
Trust
it
me.
to me because
Wise.
I'm the one that's actually needed an upgrade here. I'm still running a GTX era card. You're all probably running
I'll give you my.
2.20.
I'm upgrading mine after Christmas. I'll give you mine for $200.
I mean, they're not selling it anymore, but I have a 1660 somewhere in my room.
I have something better. I have a 3070 Ti.
Wait, maybe it's in my. I think I might have given it to my parents.
For $150 left offer. I only offer
Anyways.
because you are you.
I think the next big title was Dead Island 2. I remember a lot
that
of
is-
people playing that.
And it's enjoyable, and surprisingly came out relatively unscathed, given that it went through development hell.
I have not played, but I did play the original.
Let's not forget about Advanced
Yeah.
Wars. That was a game. And
Uh,
Final Fantasy Pixel
It was definitely
remasters.
a
Oh
game.
my god.
I mean,
thought
they've been
Advanced Wars
working
was
come
on
to
the
PC.
pixel remasters over time. I
I
don't
forgot that
recall
Advanced
which
Wars
ones
even
those
came
were.
out. Oh, I believe it's the first 6 games, like when they were all 2D.
Well, yeah, they've been working on them from the first one onward for a while.
We're almost done,
But
Ari.
I meant,
We're probably streaming for another 30 minutes and then we're done.
but I meant.
Wait.
Sorry, my brain stopped.
We're in May, right?
April.
Make sure.
I forget what I was gonna say. Several questions happened and I totally forgot. So, let's see. I think the next one was Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Which
Yeah.
also had a lot of PC performance issues.
A
But
lot of
apparently
games
it
had
still did very well.
most games that came out this year
yeah.
had issues on PC.
Yeah, because everyone seems to be making them for console first. So.
On to
It
May.
seems to have gotten better. Its rating has gone up. Early on, it had really bad ratings. It's currently at very positive. So,
Hmm.
I'm only going to touch upon Redfall. Good God, what were they thinking? All right, on to the next game.
well, yes, that's first thing in May, where we have Redfall, which I did play through the entirety of the story for. But yes, it was better if you had friends. And I did not have friends when I played it.
Same. High five.
So,
Darkest
Yeah.
Dungeon 2. Here's a game that failed to realize that the majority of its player base was on Steam and
Wait,
would
which
have
game
bought
we're
the
about?
game. Darkest Dungeon 2. Darkest Dungeon 1 was an amazing game. Still is, because the mod support is amazing. And the DLC for it were top notch. But for whatever reason, They're like, oh, we're worried about this game succeeding, so we're gonna go to Epic and do an exclusive for like the first year. Why?
Money. Epic paid them.
They got substantially less money, and I think the mod scene's still trying to start up, where it would have already been like miles ahead right now if it had started on
Yeah.
Steam.
The problem is it's hard to have a thriving mod scene for a game that probably doesn't have that many players. I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen any of the recent documents from
Well-
any recent core
Well,
battles.
the
with-
reason for that is they made some weird choices with the progression system. Because the whole thing about Dark Ascension 1 was min-maxing and like choosing your trinkets smartly and going into dungeons to get more trinkets to like get your team ready to do like a full run or a darkest run.
yeah.
Or in this one, it's like, let's roguelike that even more. It's why?
Yeah, the thing I was trying to say was a lot of people would just simply skip out on a release altogether if it went on exclusive to Epic, and given that one of the documents from a recent court case turned out that the Epic Game Store still isn't even profitable for Epic.
Well, yes, they keep giving away free games.
And keep
And
paying
that's
for
the only
exclusives.
reason you get the Epic Game Store.
Yes. I mean, I have installed maybe... No, you know what? Since I put the Epic Store on my PC, I have gotten all the free games, but I've never installed any of them.
That reminds me, I gotta claim today's freebie.
I just stopped getting them. I just, no.
It's actually become a bit of a hassle to remember when they change. But
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
they still have to pay
Yeah,
the
the-
publishers for all these free games. So,
Yeah. The day somebody creates a Chrome extension that just auto claims that the free games on Epic, they'll be considered a hero. Because yeah, it is a slow process because you can't just
Literally, the only reason I don't claim the games is the one time I tried to give them a chance. My computer was going slow for some reason. And I was like, what is going on? And then I finally look at, because it says Epic Game Store is like running like 50%. This is when I had an older computer. Looked at it. It is installing Fortnite. I didn't ask you for Fortnite. Why are you installing it?
it has never tried to install Fortnite on me.
So this is when it was very new. Within like the first month.
I took a long time before I would actually install it.
In fact, while we're talking about the Epic Game Store here, Square, please finally give the Steam users the Kingdom Hearts games. It's been, 2 years now? Come on! You can get Final Fantasy VII Remake on there. So why not Kingdom Hearts? That was like the first game that you put on there exclusively. There you go.
Yeah, I
Right,
will
okay.
never understand what they're doing. However, jumping back to the list, the last one before we get into June is System Shock.
Oh,
The
I want to
re-release.
touch on Tears of the Kingdom real quickly, but love it. I'm not sure if anyone else here has played it though, but yeah.
I had never heard of it. Oh,
It-
I did
Tears of
forget
the
about
Kingdom.
Lord of the Rings Gollum, possibly the worst game most people have ever seen.
Not the worst game of 2023, but the first worst game of 2023.
System Shock was
Because-
a lot better. I still want to play it. I have not. I really loved System Shock 2. In fact, I'll go and reinstall it every few years. but I still haven't played 1. But I've heard fairly good things about the remake. Then we have June. June started off with Street Fighter 6. I am not a Street Fighter player, but I have heard good things about it.
Have you seen they're doing their first anime collab soon?
Hi,
I would
family.
not be surprised. I mean,
Yeah,
they've
it's a Spy
had,
Family. They're adding New York.
they've had Street Fighter anime before, so
Have they?
maybe we'll actually get a good one. Yes, there were some very bad Street Fighter animes.
No, like they're doing a collab with an anime.
Oh. Okay, I hadn't heard that one.
Yes, to promote
Yeah, they're adding.
it's to promote the
Sorry.
Spy Family movie that's coming out in Japan tomorrow.
Oh. Oh, well, that might explain it.
I really want to watch it. Come on, give us the UK release date for it. Waku.
Eventually. Eventually, that is the date. Let's see, what else is June? Final Fantasy 16?
Yeah.
It was, as a famous person once said, chaos.
Yes.
Could
I will defeat
definitely
chaos.
not afford it, but I did want to play.
Okay, I actually forgot that Crash Team Rumble actually came out.
Well, they kind of isn't that the game they kind of monetized or something?
Ugh. Yeah,
Which
like
kills the game almost immediately.
they've basically turned it into it's basically a mobile game that you have to buy. With the fact that
Which
you have item stores and battle passes and all that. Ugh.
I don't know. Of all of
Only
June, the only things I even recognize on this list are Street Fighter 6 and Final Fantasy 16. Oh, and obviously, like, DLC for MMOs and such. But
we already
nothing
passed
else on
Tears
that.
of the Kingdom, right?
I already mentioned
Ah.
Kingdom
Alright.
earlier,
Sure.
and
Uh,
I
wonderful
think
June.
it's time to
Wonderful
move
June.
on to July. My birthday was not a good month in gaming.
oof.
Can we just, before we do, can we just have an honorable mention?
Maybe? What is it?
Diablo 4.
I
That's all.
really need to get it.
Oh, I forgot about Diablo 4.
I quite enjoyed the limited time I had
Acceptable.
playing the
Acceptable
game
things that
when
forget.
it was free.
I played it. Not a, which is so
Yeah.
boring after.
I never played it. I am sort of burnt out on that style of game.
I will say
Sounds-
PoE has reignited my love for those games. Can't wait for PoE 2 to come out.
Yeah, I hope to someday get the full version of Diablo for either
And
on
yeah,
my own or if someone was to buy it for me from Throne or something. I don't know.
but yeah, July was not a good month for games. Remnant
Well.
2,
July.
heard a lot about it.
More Legend of Heroes, because 2 games came out last year.
Yeah.
So, good there.
Uh,
I haven't seen
well-
it, but the first Oxenfree was very good.
Oh yeah, it
Pikmin
was.
4, Pikmin 4 was, from what I understand, very good.
I need to forward. And the Expanse was kind of mid, if you ask me. Like it was supposed to be like this big return to having Telltale game releases, and it just felt mid. I never even finished it.
I heard okay things about it, but I don't think it broke
in
enough new ground.
And then we'll raid someone.
And I can't say about this Illusion Island.
I'm just gonna
Wait,
go skip
did-
ahead to the.
It did look fun from what I've seen, but
Let's
I want to
get into
give an honorable mention to Guilt though, as yeah, it came out at the start of July, but it was originally only on Google Stadia, which obviously that's no longer around. So for about 6 months, it was essentially lost media. So I'm glad that people can now actually play it on an actual system.
I know
They are.
nothing about that one.
Oh,
Oh,
these guys.
Yeah, Guild's basically Stadia's like main tentpole exclusive game. Put it into
Let's move ahead
perspective.
to August, and the
Okay.
month that bestowed us with such gloriousness.
I mean, I'm still playing stuff from August, so
Baldur's
I mean,
Gate 3.
yes, the
Clap, clap,
obvious
clap,
one.
clap, clap. Good job.
That was pretty
Bravo.
Very sex simulator.
Bravo. REY. Coca is cute.
But
Frick you.
yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, big release.
Yes.
I think it won most of the Game of the Year awards. I don't recall it losing any of them.
It basically just destroyed.
Anyone that it was on, it won,
Yes.
basically.
And deservedly. It
Yeah.
still has some weird bugs, like the one that stole 13k of my gold. But they're actively trying to hunt them down and fix them. There was just a
hot fix worker
release
today.
of like, yeah.
I'm just waiting until they fix most bugs, and then I'm gonna go back to it with my mods again.
Let's see, what else?
Because
was
my
in the
save
month?
got bricked.
I'm only gonna pick it back up again if I ever get my PC's long overdue upgrade, so I can actually play it.
I mean, that helps. That does help.
I didn't know about this. I need to look and see about this. Age of Empires 4 came out.
Yeah, I remember it came out. I don't really play strategy games anymore.
Oh, the winter sale just started for Steam, guys.
Steam sales.
The winter sale, the greatest sale on earth.
Get
I mean-
them while they're hot.
Yes, if you have money. I probably have already got a message telling me about all the games on my list that are now discounted. Other games in August, Armored Core 6. That was fun. I still haven't beat it, mostly because I've had too much else to play.
Yeah, hint, hint. Some of those games you want me to play are on sale right now. Hint, hint.
Same for me. If anyone wants to purchase something from my list. Another big one for August, Sea of Stars. It is probably one of the other big titles that I want to pick up. If I can just find money. I'm sure one day I will have money.
Ah, sweet money.
Yes.
I knew you well.
Hang on. There's one thing I want to check really quickly before we move on any further.
Okay.
this was actually an indie release that came out in August, and it's not on the list. But Videoverse, it's actually a really good like visual novel kind of thing. Yeah, like I checked out the demo for it during this thing I had called Indie Demo Fest, and the developer really appreciated that I streamed the demo and offered me a key for the full release for it. Okay, it's a narrative adventure. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, it's basically like I'm not sure if you guys ever used Miiverse on the Wii or the 3DS, but it's kind of like that, but going back. But if it was set in like 2003.
No, I haven't played that.
Yeah, I'll share a link to it on the Discord. There you go.
Also, not on this list, but it does belong in this month, is a game I also want to play called Stray Gods. It's the role-playing musical game.
Yeah, I'm just showing it now to my chat, but yeah, it was really enjoyable and cute, for the most part, anyway. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't happen to know much about that one, but I will take your word for it.
Yeah.
Stray Gods was definitely one on my list. I mean, it's still on my list. In fact, it's on sale right now. Not hugely, but still on sale.
Anything else worth noting in August, or we move on?
Not that I can think of.
We already mentioned Armored Core 6, right?
Yes, I mentioned it.
Pretty good
My
game.
mouse just disappeared for some reason.
September,
Mouse,
the
what are you
month
doing?
of
Oh, there we go.
disappointments with tiny gems in between. Is what I'm gonna call it. Because we had games like
Well, I mean, first thing in September was probably Starfield. Which,
I don't know what to say about Starfield.
which, as everyone here knows, I've played a lot of
Good game in concept.
performance.
There's a
is
shell of a
erratic,
good game.
I mean, I'd
There's
get
a shell of
better
a good game.
performance if I turned on like DLSS, but my system is pretty high end, and
There's some very good characters in it.
yes, there are good characters.
I will say that. The characters, mwah.
I like building ships. That is my main comment. Shooting things, building ships.
Once some of those mods are put into the game, like in a usable form, definitely a crazy good game. Hoping it gets as much mod support as Oblivion did. Get some player-driven quests and stuff.
I know they're
Good God,
working on a
Smash
lot of stuff. I don't know what exactly.
Yeah, if you've seen some of the mods for Skyrim like 10 years later, yeah, I'm sure it'll get crazy mod support.
Well,
Starfield.
I would have said that too, except for one of the biggest modders for Skyrim. They were working on mods for it, and they were like, nah, it's not worth it.
No.
Because they get to see the entirety of the game in like overview. and they said there's just not enough there.
I mean, I
Like
don't.
it's gonna take
I don't know if
years
I'd
to
agree
fill
with
in
that,
some of
but-
the. I will say this: some of the quests, amazing. Characters, amazing. But there are a few too many planets that are barren.
I mean, there's a lot of planets that are basically barren, and that's because there's like not any specific quests related to them. They just exist.
And then there are
to
some
exist.
quests, like chat will tell you this. I had a quest. I was doing the banker quest, where I was going around and getting people's what do you call it? Loans. And it just ends at one point. Unless I did something wrong. In which case it didn't tell me I did.
I don't know about that, but
And then there's Lies of P.
also Mortal Kombat 1. Which again,
Oh yeah.
I'm
that
not a
too.
big fighting game player, but that was very popular.
Oh, I did play Faith Farm. I got sponsored to play that too. That game was pretty good.
I have no
I
idea
feel
what
like
that
it needs a
is.
little bit more work, and it'll definitely be a good contender for Stardew.
Yeah, Faith Farm.
But then Stardew 2 is coming out, so you need to get to work.
Wait, Stardew 2?
Yep.
No, please tell me you're lying.
I'm not.
You better
Yeah,
not
I
be
had
this for
heard
me.
that was
Yeah.
in development, so
Yep, it's in development.
I think you're thinking of Haunted Chocolatier.
Oh.
No, I'm pretty sure it was.
Nope, it's just saying Haunted Chocolatier. Chocolatier.
Haunted Chocolatier is Stardew 2 in all but name.
No.
It's
No, it's
basically just. It's instead of you working
Okay.
on a farm, you're working in a factory.
Chocolate
And you're doing the-
Factory.
Which, yes.
It's not
please.
Stardew, but you can't call it Stardew 2. It's not Stardew 2.
It is.
It's
Like-
really not.
What is the next thing you work on after a farm? Factory. It's
And a
basically
train
what you turned your
station?
farm into.
It's
It's
not
basically
Stardew
what you
2.
turned this farm into was a factory. Have you seen
not
in-game
Stardew 2.
farms? I mean, seriously. Did you see me and Mumu's playthrough? We had factories.
I haven't played in a long time at this point.
You can totally play with me. I'll play again.
I'm terrible at farming games on my own.
Usually we
always
split up
got
the responsibilities.
I always got
Stardew was one of
annoyed
the
by the
first.
time limits. I would never finish everything I wanted in a particular day,
Well, yeah, that's why
and
we
that would
split
drive
up.
me nuts.
We split up. What you call it? Responsibilities. Usually I do cave stuff, and the Mumu did farm stuff. And then
Stardew's
we
one of the
started,
first
like-
to stream.
But yeah, it was really good.
Other things in the month, Eternites came out. Eternites
Don't
is a
forget about-
JRPG that is
Don't forget
very
about Lies of
weird.
P.
Yes, you did mention it. Did you have more to say?
Yeah. I haven't played it yet, but from what I've seen and what I've watched and what I've been told, that was the golden egg of that month. It was. Everyone says it's really good, and it's gotten definitely I can totally see it going places.
By just being a Souls clone?
During the Golden Goose.
It's more a what's the game called? Blood. What's that game called again? The one where they're in London? Or what
Bloodborne?
is Bloodborne? Yeah, it's more of a
Yeah.
Bloodborne successor.
It's so
at least for right now.
So it's
A lot
still a
of the
Souls
mechanics are
clone then.
It's not really because it's got different mechanics and it focuses on
It's still
different
the
things.
same. It's still Bloodborne and Dark Souls are still the same game under the hood. Like that's basically been From Software's entire business practice throughout the past like 10
mean,
years.
It
The
Just
still
big
did
making the
good.
same game.
You still buy it.
The big difference was like Dark Ages versus like Renaissance.
Oh, a
Like the
different map.
atmosphere was different.
A different map.
All right.
But what is
Yeah.
otherwise?
Yes, you
What is
had
otherwise the
firearms, I
actual
think.
example?
But
It's an attempt to
think it
bring
had
Bloodborne to the
Bloodborne
PC with their own
firearms.
spin on it, and I applaud it.
Honestly, I'm just glad that From actually made something different. Because it just goes to show that they
That wasn't
don't,
from
they don't
Soft, I'm pretty sure.
Armored Core.
Well, Armored Core, yes. that
Armored
was
Core
from
is a
Soft.
game they've made a lot of. There's a reason it says 6.
Yes, but they hadn't made one in like a decade. I
True,
forget
because
exactly
they
how
didn't
long.
think
but-
Because-
a mech game would do well, but they gave it a try
Because
because
they've
one of the
they've
things-
basically just been using Control C Control C
No,
slash
no, no,
V
no,
with
no, no, no,
the
no,
Dark
no,
Souls
no,
formula
no,
for
no,
that
They have
that
not.
decade.
They have not. And one of the things a lot of people liked about Elden Ring is it was a lot of innovation was done, changing up the formula, and also Armored Core. The reason they didn't know it was made is because FromSoft makes a lot of money from those Dark Souls, so it gives its other dev teams the freedom to go on their passion projects,
Was it
which
really
is why we should applaud
innovative though?
them for that.
Was Elden Ring really innovative though? It's just an open world Dark Souls game.
Exactly.
Did you play it?
Yes.
Obviously didn't.
It's just
'Cause if that's the only
uh,
thing you got from it, you didn't play it.
I did.
You didn't play it enough. Because all you got from it was open world. When there were so many things that were changed, so many things that were expanded upon. Like, at its core, yes, Dark Souls game. But that's what the fans of those games go for. So why would you change that part? No reason to change
I
that
st-
part.
I also don't really like there's no quest
Then
icons.
why did you play it?
I did like it, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't very innovative. It was just an
It
open
was
world
not
Dark Souls game.
made for the non-Dark Souls people. Because the fact that it got popular out of the crowd is actually a testament to how well they made the game.
Wow.
It's just an open. You can't deny it's just an open world Dark Souls game though. You can't
It
deny
wasn't.
that. It really was.
It wasn't.
Getting back to the month.
Right.
So, Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty,
They revived
Also-
that game.
the 2.0
With that DLC?
version of the game came out right alongside it.
They revived the game with that. I'm
Yeah,
actually interested in it now.
we can definitely say that Cyberpunk is the comeback story of the decade. We're only 3 years into it, nearly 4.
Was it? I thought I think it was Edge Runners that revived the game, not the DLC.
Well,
true,
Edge
that's true.
Runners popularized the existing version, and then they've literally like rebuilt it from the ground up almost for the Phantom Liberty 2.0 version. The two aren't necessarily synced, but they came out the same week. And Phantom
Yeah.
Liberty requires 2.0, so
Yeah, I think they did that to have it so that everyone can get used to how Cyberpunk now plays before
Yes.
dropping the DLC. Which I'll admit that's kind of a good idea on their end.
I mean, graphically too, they did major things this year with full ray tracing. One of the only games to do that. Not at a high level, unless you really get in there and tweak it. But yeah, they. I, I know some of you can't play it. I do happen to have a 4090. I can play it in full ray tracing. In fact, I did this summer. That's why I replayed it this summer. But yeah, I still haven't played it on stream with the new version, which is totally different in most ways than when I just played it. But yeah.
Yeah, I actually found it enjoyable.
I mean, I
not
liked
the DLC,
it when it came out
not
even.
the DLC.
But
Sorry, not the DLC, but the base game. I still don't have the DLC.
I don't have the DLC yet either.
Yeah.
Still no money, so.
There is one game I want to go back to quickly if once we finish talking about Cyberpunk though.
Okay.
You didn't. Yeah, Payday 3. What a mess. Like, what an actual mess.
From what I heard, people liked it.
Yes, but because they have a massive issue with the servers and the fact that it's an online only game meant that you couldn't play it for weeks. Like it's gone to the point where the developers are now saying they're gonna have an offline mode put into the game next year. That's how bad the launch was.
Sounds good. I also haven't played it, but on the list for September, another Harvest Moon game with Winds of Anthos, which
yeah.
I've heard mixed things about.
Yeah. That franchise and story seems to have a really funny story to them. Whereas hang on a second, I need to find out. I need to get the name of
Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on to
yeah.
October.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of good
Long
games came
story
out
anyway.
October.
Assassin's Creed
Name of-
Mirage.
Oh no, we're not including that one in the good games section.
Too bad. I'm including it.
Yeah, it's garbage fire.
I really liked it since it went back to how things used to be with Assassin's Creed. No excessive open worlds or bloated storylines. Just simple Assassin's Creed.
No, it didn't go back to how it was. If it did, there'd be a lot more hoopla about it.
It pretty much did. Only thing it brought over from the modern trilogy is the fact that swordplay that using swords isn't a death sentence for you.
I have not played.
Never was.
So.
I would say Desegia 7 went back to what is good in Desegia.
I think the last one of those I played was 5.
Honkai Star Rail finally hit PlayStation. For my gacha enthusiasts. Loved that.
Yes, although.
I only just found out that Star Rail on the PS5 lets you select your server. Poyo, please bring that option to Genshin on PlayStation 2.
You could do that on Genshin but at the very start of the game.
And a game my chat
on
knows about that we've been playing a lot recently. Endless Dungeon. Oh.
I want to say that's been out on PC for a while, but maybe not. And I'm just thinking it is.
I
know there's a lot of endless games, so.
There's endless civilization games. There's not a dungeon crawler.
There's
and it's a
actually,
roguelike dungeon crawler.
There's a 4X space endless games, and there's
A
fantasy
lot of those are
endless games.
civilizations.
And I think
A lot of
there
those are
was a
Civ
dungeon
games that are
before.
just. A lot of
That-
those are Civ games that have just been like repurposed.
There's a lot of endless games. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. There's only 2 that are good, as far as I know.
Yeah,
I played the endless space ones.
Does anyone have anything to say about Super Mario and Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria?
I don't.
I thought
No.
the Lord of the Rings.
I still
Return
want
to
to. I
Moria
still
was
want to
pretty
play
fun.
Mario Wonder and Sonic Superstars.
I think the obvious one that you jumped over is actually Spider-Man 2.
No, I knew we
still
were
wanna
going to talk
play
about
It was
that
that.
one.
fun.
But my brother-in-law has it, so I might
wouldn't
ask
we?
him if I can borrow it.
I have not played Spider-Man 2. Again, no PS5, so I just can't. I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
But
And
I have heard good things.
I've heard good things about
Yeah.
Dave the Diver.
Yes, I have heard. I've never played that either, but
But it's Switch release
Yeah.
for this month. And finally, for this month, Alan Wake
Oh, yeah.
2.
Alan Wake 2 still looks incredible. I have not got to play that yet either.
I want to step back to Just Dance really quickly and say, Ubisoft, my game still isn't working. 2 months, and that was a birthday gift from you to me.
I mean, it is Ubisoft.
Like, I don't know what you're expecting there.
Like, they gave me the game as being on their credit program, and I still can't play it. Imagine that. Cost a game that isn't working.
I mean, they
Yeah.
got issues this year. Let me just put it that way. I think, like,
Yeah,
early on in the year,
very true.
like, 3 of their executives got, like, arrested. I think that's what I remember hearing. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Ooh.
But for Ubisoft, it
Right,
has
let's
not
go
been a
on
good
to-
year for them.
November.
Yes, November. For me, Star Ocean: The Second Story R. I want to play this so bad. I played the demo. It was great. It was marvelous. It is a JRPG, and it was released before. This is basically the remake, but it was for mobile. Well, not. It was for handhelds. Let me put it that way. Before. So yeah, this is its first big release. Looks amazing. Plays amazing. Really want
heard
to play
good
the
things
full
about-
version.
Like a Dragon Gaiden. And I do believe I might start playing that next year. The Like a Dragon games, the Yakuza games.
I tried
Do
playing.
Do it.
Good movie.
Do it.
Hang on.
Oh, the other version of Like a Dragon.
It was the one from earlier this year. Ishin or
Not-
whatever it is.
Not that one.
Oh,
I'm trying to find it.
was it the one that came out in 2020?
I can tell you in a sec. Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Oh yeah, number
Which
7.
is Ironically, really like a dragon, because it's not known as Yakuza in Japan. It is Like a Dragon in Japan.
Yeah, that franchise has some weird naming conventions.
It's the
I mean, it
JoJo
works
video
better
game.
in
Since-
Japanese. But
Yeah, but we used to call it Yakuza, now we have to call it like a dragon.
2 games that
that's
came out
because
this month.
they decided to call it Yakuza when they brought it to English-speaking nations. So, we're basically getting back to the original name when they
I want that
switched to
game,
like a
chat.
dragon. Also, Tales
Super
of
Mario
Arise
World.
got DLC.
That was actually a pleasant surprise to me. Like I told a cosplay friend of mine about it, since she's a massive fan of Tales of Arise.
I still
Yeah.
haven't finished my playthrough of Tales of Rise. I really want to
I-
grab the DLC and finally finish my playthrough.
I can't say what I think of it because I don't even own the base game. Yeah, and honestly, I can't say anything about any of the games on this list except, crazy enough, Modern Warfare 3, since Activision gave me that for free. Yeah, and weirdly enough, I'm actually having a lot of
We're ending
fun
in a
with
little
it.
bit. Roy, calm down.
Yeah. So, I would love to play my RPG. I'll say that.
I don't know. I've never played any of the Super Mario RPGs. I know the original was a classic. But
And
I
the one that came out
don't know
last month
anything
is-
about this one.
Oh, this one's actually a remake of the first one.
Hopefully that means it keeps being good. Also, Persona 5 Tactica.
Oh yeah, want that game.
I know it's been rated pretty well across the board. I'm not sure I want to play it or not. I'm very tempted, but I got a little bit burnt with Strikers. So, Strikers, I had a hard time with. It just wasn't as
It's
interesting
supposed-
for me.
It's supposedly
Hello,
like
sorry,
Fire
my headphones
Emblem.
disconnected. Sorry, where are we? My headphones disconnected.
You're
We're-
about to be in December.
Yes, we're just finishing up November.
Did we talk about? Did we talk about Naruto?
Nope.
Ultimate Ninja
Do you want to?
Action. Oh, sorry. Yeah, actually, it was an arena fighter from it was combining all past ninja films together, so you can play through the entire story and all that stuff. It has improved graphics. The servers are better. And they added a bunch of characters. Which, yeah, that was it. Weird, pretty fun.
Or
I
December.
think that takes us to December.
Yeah, I have some words about Dreamlight Valley. But
I don't play anything in December.
I'll say this when we get there.
I'd say Dragon Quest Monsters is a game I want.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a Switch title. I will probably never end up playing it, so I haven't looked at it too much.
Didn't Lethal Company come out? What was Lethal Company on the list? When did Lethal Company come out?
Not sure.
I'll look it up.
Actually, when
And I
when
want
did
everyone
that-
to know. I want everyone to know. I predicted the God of War DLC. Literally, I put a vote out for my chat in the Game Awards before it even started. And one of the predictions I put on there was something God of War.
That's not predicting DLC. I could have put something to do with a game.
No. I predicted it known.
let's see. Otherwise, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, which has a really long name. I've heard very good things about that from the fighting community. Again, as all three very popular fighting games this year have basically been listed by me, I have not played any of them. But I hear good things, so. Also, I like Grand Blue Fantasy, so I'm all for that.
Yeah. Oh, now I can get to this, but yeah, I'll just say it now. Dreamlight Valley's release was just mishandled severely. Well, since for the last year and a half, Gameloft have been saying that the game's being released as a free-to-play game, and that we're paying for early access, only to at the 11th hour turn their backs on that promise. I know people who were specifically waiting for the free-to-play release, and now they'll probably never get to play it because, yeah, and the fact that Dreamlight Valley has essentially tripled down on being a mobile game that you have to buy. This has got every single trapping of a free-to-play game in there.
Right.
On top of having a paid expansion.
Bad games aside, this year in review was overall, I'd say a mixed bag. Some really good games, some definitely banger games. But it seems like we're hoping this coming year turns more towards games like Baldur's Gate and Liza P, where they're passionate developers working on a game.
Unfortunately, we probably won't see anything of the level of BG3 for a while.
Maybe. We don't know what will be on. I will say there's hope for Elden Ring DLC this year.
Oh no! Apparently that's coming out in February, according to some accidental retail listing or whatever. So I'd say take it with a grain of salt though. But yeah, 2023 has been a mixed bag.
But yeah, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for my lurkers and chatters.
Yeah.
Thank you all for everyone who's always here, making my safe so very wonderful. And remember, Boga is always cheering for you. Smoke bomba.
I guess that means you're going, Boga. Have fun.
Thank you.
That was abrupt.
Well,
yeah.
it auto-rated me, so had to go ahead and end.
Why don't you start the raid then?
Don't tease the Boga too much.
Right. As I was saying though, the year was a mixed bag, but we did have 4 games that we could point and laugh at for the rest of eternity. One of which we already mentioned earlier on.
True.
Yeah, because
Definitely
there was
games.
Yeah, because there was Gollum, and then there was that King Kong game.
Wait, what? Game?
Oh, I forgot all about that one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to remember the name for the other two, but the day before was one of them. I'm just trying to remember what the
that was actually on the list, and I didn't mention it.
Yeah.
Mostly because that wasn't really a release even.
I know there was a fourth game that's just memed about. I wish I could get the name of it now, but
I don't know.
It was a Game Mill release. I'll say that. I'll say that.
There's a lot of those. unfortunately. You
Yeah.
never know. But yeah, the day before was pretty much bait and switch. And then the devs just dipped out. It's like, here. Okay, we're gone. Goodbye.
I didn't get a full like look at what the hell happened afterward. But did they really just vanish like that?
Yep.
Huh.
I think the game was out a week. And then their office was like closed. And everything was gone.
Was it even a week? I thought it was a day.
I know it was within the same week. I'm not sure if they made it to the end of the week or not. But yeah, Steam can't even like refund people because the dev isn't there to like pay them back. So
Hold on, I'm actually trying to find this other game I'm thinking of, but apparently these four were referred to as the four horsemen of the apocalypse. When you think about it,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was a meme I saw the other day that showed the four games on there.
Night night, guys. I'm gonna let the rest
Take a
of my
night,
voice rest for the rest of the night.
I know.
Now I can't even find it. Damn it! It definitely was a game from The Walking Dead. That's it.
was there a Walking Dead?
Yeah, Walking Dead Destinies. What was that?
That
I
was my
I
PC.
should-
Sorry.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I don't recall anything about that. I guess possibly I missed it.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely savage when it went on its release. Yeah. Like if you were to look up The Walking Dead
I
Destinies
just
on
did.
YouTube.
Uh,
Hi, Azur. Yeah.
wow. 17%.
Wait, where's that?
If you search using Google in the About fields, it says percent of people that liked this video game. 17%.
Oh.
That is very low. That is very low. Though IGN apparently gave it a 2 of 10, so I'm not surprised.
Let's just back on though.
I mean, yes, but usually IGN, if you just pay them, will give you a decent score. I mean, you gotta be bad for them to give you a bad score.
Yeah, true.
How you doing, Azur? Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to talk about for this year? Oh, any games you're looking forward to coming up this year?
Actually, why don't
Well,
I...
I mean, with Sega announcing their new initiative for bringing back their old games, I am huffing on massive amounts of copium that we'll finally see a new Knights game. I don't care if it's a remake of the original or Journey of Dreams. I just want something new from Knights that isn't a cameo in a Sonic game. It's been nearly 20 years, Sega.
Sega's announcement of their New Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Golden Axe, all those games. That was probably the biggest surprise from the Game Awards. I hadn't heard anything about it until that hit.
I mean,
And, I am
yeah,
very
the
looking
Game-
forward
the-
to those.
the Game Awards, what a very interesting show that was this year. Even that the actual awards was like less than 30% of the show.
Well,
Wanna-
yes. In VTuber related news, though, for the show, Iron Mouse
Yeah,
won
Iron Mouse.
for, Streamer of the Year.
Yeah, very much to that. Well, you know, it's
Yes.
just content creator, yeah.
Well, yeah. Content creator, streamer, whatever. I mean, they only pick streamers, so. As far as I recall.
Yeah.
So it's really Streamer of the Year. But,
Yeah, it would be nice if they had an award for smaller creator. See, because, well,
Yeah, but how would that work though? You can't really have like a small creator of the year because
I mean,
the,
maybe
The problem-
maybe not
How do
maybe
you
not
feel?
an award, but like I don't know, a spotlight, because there are probably countless smaller creators who have been posting the shows officially.
the problem with smaller creators, I mean, like ourselves, basically, is that
Yeah.
we have to get enough notice for people to even know that we exist. And,
yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. To do something like small creator of the year, you would have to like everyone be monitored at the same time. It's a lot easier to like monitor big creators.
Yeah. I mean, I have some friends that are, I would say, decently popular, and basically they're almost unknown among streamers still. Like, Sagi, for example, she should be able to get partner, if not right now, very soon. And she's still a small streamer. Also,
Yeah,
her
you're
third
not-
anniversary this month. Actually,
You're only a small streamer
Saturday.
if you're averaging you're only a small streamer if you're averaging less than 20 viewers.
I mean, well, I count for that, definitely. I would not say that small is under 20. I know partnered streamers that I would still say are very small. So, in fact, I know a lot of VTuber partners that don't get the numbers that they used to. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Is it true that not partner, affiliate can be taken away from you if like you stop streaming, or do you have it?
No,
I
that's
haven't
not-
heard about that. But
That's not
Who
true.
knows?
Like,
Okay.
I know affiliates who have stopped streaming years ago, and they still have it.
All right. No, I was curious about that.
Huh.
Oh, but for me, one game I'm really looking forward to coming up next year is Pal World. Coming out
figuring it
soon.
actually comes out.
yeah. Should be.
I mean, it should be. But I swear they said it was coming out this year, and then it got delayed.
Yeah, one
So-
sec. It's in my thing. Yeah. I'll look see if it's in my wish list. I'll see what.
I mean, for me, looking into next year, Persona 3 Reload comes out hopefully in February. Not that I'm gonna have money to play it instantly, but I really want to play it. Sad that I don't get to be the girl. You can only play as the guy, apparently.
Wait, which game?
But
Game
Yeah.
is some about?
Persona 3 Reload.
Oh,
Pal World's coming out January next year. 2020,
Maybe.
2024.
Game Rant, who I'm taking this list from, because they publish one every year. I think we used it last year, but I cut it up in Notepad. But they don't even have Pal World listed, so. They do have Last of Us Part 2 remastered, but not
Oh,
Pal
did
World.
you send me that list then?
Take the existing Game Rant list and just replace 2023 with 2024.
Okay.
Yeah, they make it easy.
That does make it easy. Yeah.
But like Infinite Wealth comes out in January, as well as the new Prince of Persia game.
I keep forgetting that was coming out. Mainly because I'm still waiting on to finally bring out the Sands of Time remake.
Yes. And then February, Homeworld 3, which some people are probably looking forward to.
I thought that was already out.
when's it? Suicide Squad's coming out in February.
Oops. I'm typing in the wrong thing.
Well, there is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Steam
which
says
is no.
Homeworld 3 is coming, and it's not out yet. So.
Yeah. And
But yeah,
no doubt,
that's when Reload comes too.
Naka does say Power World. If you like scroll down to the bottom where it says to be announced, Power World's in there.
yeah,
Yes,
and
but
Unit number 11.
I didn't hear the last of that.
Oh, sorry. I just noticed another game.
That's fine. I mean, Nightingale, which looks good, is coming out hopefully in February. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on PS5. That is gonna be big.
No doubt that's gonna be the biggest release of the month. But
I mean,
Lollipop
it's
change.
coming out at the
Lollipop.
end of February from this list. So it's probably gonna crush everything in March until Dragon's Dogma 2. Yeah. Alone in the Dark is gonna be the series at least is gonna be starting again also in March. But I haven't heard anything really about that. So
you know what's funny? Alone in the Dark was meant to come out in October, but was pushed back to either last month or this month because October was going to be way too packed. But saying that the game was already most way done anyway. But then suddenly they announced a delay for it, like going to March.
I am not surprised. I've heard some development issues.
Yeah, that kind of makes it smell as though it's gonna be a botched release. Because you don't give a game an extra couple weeks for no real reason, only to suddenly say sorry, we're gonna bring it out in March, even though we already said even though we already gave the game a.
I mean, it
few weeks
could
delay.
be that they're actually being responsible, but I don't trust that.
Yeah,
Them being responsible is not likely.
I've seen too many games that get an excessive amount of delays and somehow still come out busted. Like when Dead Island 2 somehow comes out relatively fine and actually working after like 10 years, well, nearly 10 years then.
Yeah. Also, Black Myth Wukong is coming out next year. That's looking interesting.
Oh, that's on looking forward to.
Mhm.
I've
I still
for a
can't
while.
find anyone to play the games with, but
So,
Earth Defense Force
I
is
need-
coming out with a version 6 next year. And Amazon seems to be bungling the launch, but we're gonna get Blue Protocol finally next year sometime, which I was looking forward to until they delayed us like a whole year, basically. It's already out in Japan, so. There's also gonna be Greedfall 2, hopefully. I have the original Greedfall. I've never finished it, though, sadly. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Power World is on the list. Hopefully it comes out this year. Hopefully. Anything? Oh,
I hope we start hearing things about multiverses again soon, because that when that was available during its open beta, it was actually pretty fun.
it's supposed to come out next year.
Yeah,
As
they
is
took the-
Hades 2, by the way. At least in early access on PC.
yeah, they took multiverses offline so that they can work on it and then have it go for a full launch next year. And actually, it started hooking up some steam on Twitter not so long back, because all of a sudden some McDonald's in, I would say, Denmark suddenly had promotion stickers relating to it, as if we're going to hear something about it very soon. Yeah.
Yes. Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, is coming out next year as well. I still have not played Sacrifice, which was the original one, but I have seen it, and they do look incredible. I'm expecting good things from that.
Yeah. In fact, Senua's Sacrifice isn't that long of a game if you want something that you can go for quickly. Like, it's not going to require like 3 days of gameplay, but
Yeah, I just have to own it. That is the harder part.
yeah.
I think it's on my wish list, but I don't remember. What might be good as well, which I see on the list as possible for next year, The Wolf Among Us 2. The original Wolf Among Us was actually one of the better Telltale games. So, it's possible that this one might be decent. Who knows? I mean, it is still a Telltale game, so... But I think that's most of it for next year. There are some Star Wars games on there we might see. But I don't know. Visions of Mana, which is another, I think, Sega game.
Square Enix.
Oh, it is? Oh, yeah. It is. Sorry. There's a lot of JRPG series that, it's hard to remember which company now owns it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of franchises from Square Enix that they're just sitting on and just letting gather dust.
Yes, they like to do that.
Chrono Trigger.
Yes. They did release, what is it, Chrono Cross a while ago. I mean, I own it, so I should know. I'm pretty sure I own it anyways. Oh no,
I don't know.
I don't own it. It's on my wish list. That's why I think I own it. But yeah, updates for a lot of the classic games would be a good thing at this point. But we'll have to see. Yeah. But there are some things to look forward to. I don't know what's gonna be the big title of next year, other than probably
Rebirth.
Rebirth for Final Fantasy VII and Wukong Black Myth.
To be fair, we don't really know much of what's coming from everyone at the moment. I mean, we've got some of Nintendo's slate for next year, like what with Princess Peach Showtime, and Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, as well as Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, but we don't know much from Sony or Microsoft. Like, okay, I know Sony has Helldivers, whatever it's called, and yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know what everyone else has up their sleeves right now.
I mean, besides, like, Persona 3 Reload, which is coming out for, them as well.
Yeah.
And, like, Yuden Chronicles 100 Heroes, which is also coming out across platforms. I don't really see much that is specific for them. I'm trying to look up some other lists to see if we know anything else.
Yeah. Problem is, there's usually so many different things announced that a lot of stuff gets lost in between.
Yes. I'm not really seeing a lot. And of course, most of the list is we just don't know the date.
Yeah, or if they're even coming out next year at all.
Yes, because if they don't announce a date, then it might not. I mean, theoretically, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is still supposed to come out next year.
That's never coming out.
I think they're on the 3rd remake of it.
Ugh. Yeah, that is never gonna come out.
Yes. Probably not at this point.
And if it actually does, it would be a miracle. Well, actually, it would be a miracle alone if it actually does come out. But it would be even more of a miracle if it comes out and it actually works.
That too.
I know I was on a tangent earlier about Dead Island taking a decade to come out, and somehow, against all odds, actually coming out and being functional and actually being a pretty good game.
Yes.
But I believe in the thing where if a game is seeing too many delays, then it's a sign that it is going to be broken on release.
I mean,
that all those delays would mean nothing, and then we've just waited an extra like 3 or 4 years for something that's
I
broken.
want to say, I think it was the 2nd time they went to remake that game. Because they started to make it, then the devs, well, not the devs, but the publisher, I think, decided they didn't like what the devs had done, and they tossed it, and they gave it to another set of devs. And then I think those devs, like, collapsed, and they never finished it. so it went to a third dev. Who knows what it's gonna be when we see it, if we see it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was really coming out next year, you would have thought we would have seen some hint. Because we've seen the, like, I remember, I think it was maybe even when E3 was still a thing, that we saw, like, a preview trailer. But that was now, like, 2 devs ago. So,
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows? I don't expect much.
Trying to think if there's anything else left to say, really. But
I think we've covered
Yeah.
most of it. And
Yeah.
of course, even Sun Eater had to leave. So,
yeah.
I mean, for you, it's probably getting near midnight.
Yeah. And even though I don't usually stream Thursdays anyway, but still.
But yeah, I think we've covered the year.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had some high points. Baldur's Gate was definitely one of those. I think
Yeah, we
probably
have-
the highest point, actually.
Yeah, we had some high points, we had some low points, we had those god-awful reports, and then we had all those case studies, as to why somebody should seriously investigate Game Mill and see what the hell they're doing with all those botched releases they've been doing. I mean, you don't go from King Kong to The Walking Dead Destinies in a month. Actually,
well,
was it a month? I want to find out. Was that a month?
I don't even know. I don't even
Well,
know.
Well,
But
I'm checking it. I'm checking anyway because it is such an interesting case study.
I think probably the thing. So with the bad PC ports, I think from hearing from some devs, a lot of the problems is the difference between PCs and consoles. PCs are just built so different than consoles that we're starting to see issues trying to get it to work the same way on PC that it does on console. And because they care about console more than PC, that's why performance is iffy. Highly iffy.
Yeah, highly iffy.
Yes. I actually, since I managed to borrow money to get a 4090 this year, I have a lot less problems with most of those. Because if you throw enough hardware at it, the issues between the differences become much smaller. Basically, you're throwing brute force at the problem to overcome it.
Huh?
But not everyone can do that. And heck, I didn't even expect to this year, so
Yeah, I'm part of that.
yes. I mean, I had to borrow I think in the end I borrowed about $2,500
Huh.
to be able to do that. So
Yeah, I just found the release dates for Walking Dead and King Kong, and yeah, it was just over a month from each other. Yeah.
somehow I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up being investigated for any of that, because again, how do you go from Skull Island to Walking Dead in a matter of a month? This is baffling.
Well, I am not terribly surprised. We have some definite bad publishers and bad dev teams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would be great if we could clear up those sorts of people from the industry, but
Unfortunately, there is the matter of fact that there are dev teams who need to go anyway to find work.
true.
Because not all devs can just self-publish their game.
I mean, most devs can't. There's only a very small handful that can.
Yeah. And that's why we've seen the rise in the use of like indie publishing labels like Devolver and Platonic Friends.
Yeah. I mean, that was always going to be the case. I mean, publishers in general, how do I want to put that? I mean, first, they're in the business to make money. Indie titles aren't always all that good about making money, but there are indie publishers that we've always had, but they're just not very well known usually.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the one that I know.
Like maybe we'll see the odd one blow up at some point, but yeah. Usually when you think of indie publishers, you usually think of like Devolver or Platonic. Yeah.
There's another one I'm trying to think of, and the name is just not coming to me. Oh, come on, brain. And I know right after this, I will totally remember the name of it. I'm even looking in my Steam library, and I'm trying to find some of the games from them. And my brain is just blanking entirely. Ah. I think you guys are one of them.
Oh,
Paradox. That was the one I was trying to think of. Paradox is a indie-style dev. They tend to publish smaller titles.
Yeah, I was just confused what you meant by you guys and all that, and yeah.
Sorry, part of that was me talking to myself.
Yeah. Yay for thinking out loud.
Yes. I mean, we're trained to do that when we stream. Talk to ourselves.
Only some of us do that to an unhealthy amount.
I've got in the habit of dictating what I'm doing. So, yes. I think we've covered the year. It's been quite the mixed bag with some great
Pretty
titles and some awful titles.
And Game Mill.
I was including those in awful titles. But
I know, but those 4 titles I was on about earlier, like they're in a special kind of bad, like actual laughing stock bad. That discussion on them will last for years and years on how not to make a game.
I mean, there's lots of
I
examples
mean-
of how not to make games.
I mean, have you seen the infamous cutscene from the King Kong game? If not, then I'll
I
grab.
have
I'll grab.
seen some of the King Kong game. I
Yeah,
don't know what
but-
parts, but I've seen some, and it was more than enough.
Yeah, like there's this one particular cutscene that everybody riffs on about. Like I'll grab I'll find it for you. Yeah.
Well, I think because
Yeah.
it's almost
Oh,
midnight for
got
you,
I-
that we'll
I found it.
probably call it here.
Yeah,
For the stream.
I just this second found it, but essentially the cutscene involved a flashback that's literally just a JPEG. Like a JPEG slap on the screen.
Yes. I am
There
not
you go.
surprised.
I just put it in the Discord.
I will look. For the moment, let me find someone for us to raid.
Okay. Go through that.
I think we're gonna raid Monaco.
Could you put their link on the Discord?
Sure.
Thanks.
Well, I'll put their name. Not quite a link, but
Okay, let me go ahead and let me load up the channel first.
yes. I was actually thinking of inviting Monaco on an episode of Virtual Talk. We're not yet doing Virtual Talk weekly, but
Yeah, you
the
wanted
plan
to
is
do
to
this.
eventually do that. We'll talk about games, technology, VTubing, streaming, all of it. All of it.
Yeah. I don't know about being able to make it every week, but depending on the timing,
Yes.
I should mention though that my stream schedule is usually in the night anyway, so it
Yeah.
wouldn't have mattered if we carried on this little chat right now, but yeah, it's for future reference, really.
All right. So, with that, have fun, take care, and see you later. Bye.